What's up, you guys? It's Zamara, and tonight I am so happy to be making this video because this is one of those things that I have had ready and written down for a while, but I just hadn't gotten to it. And today, particularly, it's relevant. Well, it's after midnight already, um, and it was going to be anyway by the time that I upload this video, but anyway, for those of you who know me and keep track of me, you know that I've been undergoing some challenges and I've been very stressed out lately for the past I don't know how many months. I don't keep track of that anymore. I've just been. And then, anyway, tomorrow, well, in a few hours, it'll be the start of a day that's going to decide a lot of things for me. So, when I would think about it, yeah, I would get stressed out, but it's one of those things that I was able to get over and have more control of it than not. But anyway, based on whatever happens, that's going to decide what course my life is going to take. So I just commend myself to, I don't want to say God because I'm not familiar with him like that, but whatever force controls nature and fate and all of that. So that's all I have to say. But anyway, what I'm going to discuss today is why I think people don't discuss death. And it's one of those things that I had already pre-written, so I'm just going to go ahead and share. And this was, of course, written in scrap paper, so that's why it looks small and torn and everything. But anyway, here I go. So the reason I think people don't discuss death, and before I start, this is relevant because I just found out that one of my grandmothers passed away. So I guess that's what made me dive into my little book of all of my pending videos, all of the, if you want to call them scripts, that I have ready, but I just haven't gotten to. So anyway, this is one of them, and let me just dive into it. So one of the reasons it's because it's something that's unknown. There have been stories of people who have died and come back and they say that they see some kind of light. I'm like, all right, maybe that's the light of you fainting and passing out and just passing away. I've seen it before. I haven't necessarily been borderline dead like that, or at least not to where I have memories, but that's just my wild theory. So as a result, it's intimidating. When you deal with something that's unknown, it's intimidating. So maybe that's why people don't like to have this conversation. Also, it's just kind of hard to start this conversation and put it into words. I know for me it is. It's like, how do you talk to someone about dying? The last person I talked to about dying, it had to be my boyfriend, and it's because I randomly asked him, how would you feel if I died? Or what do you think happens after you die? And stuff like that. And, he wasn't handling it well, but, it's all good, He said, well, of course, I would feel sad, and I'll miss our good times and whatnot. I guess I caught him off guard, given that when I was asking that question, we weren't doing so well. Like, we were having lots of fights and whatnot. So maybe he just was like, let me not be an asshole and just tell her, yeah, I'll miss the good times, but not the bad times. I don't think I give anybody bad times. If you have a bad time around me, it's because you're misinterpreting me or misunderstanding me. And that's when you need to ask me some questions or just be supportive. But that's beside the point. Everybody just manifests differently. And I guess there's some people who are different to figure out, He might be one of them. Anyway, another reason people may not discuss death is because it's just scary. Like, as natural as it is, it makes you uncomfortable because of how serious and unpleasant it is. Nobody gets happy about a death. Well, I guess in history there are exceptions. When we had these evil political leaders been taken out. But that's different. That's conflict. Someone out there still mourned the loss of this person. So at any rate, and then it's unpleasant because who's thinking about, oh yeah, someone is possibly gonna die soon. So, to think positive, I don't know. Also, when you contemplate it happening to your loved ones, it's pretty frightening. And for me, that's the worst part about this, because I always think about how am I going to be? What am I going to feel like? Or how's my life going to be if so and so is gone? And it's scary. You end up being confused and just scared. So I try to not think about it too much, because I also have to look at the other side of the coin. What if I die first? So I'm going to spend my time alive worrying about this happening to someone else when I'm not going to be around to perceive it. So that's possible. And then it's just not an easy and happy topic. Nothing really to expand on that point. And then also, even if you have lost many loved ones during the course of your life, it doesn't make the coping or the whole process any easier. It's one of those things you're just never going to be a veteran at. Your life may be surrounded by loss and tragedy, but it doesn't mean that when it comes to this, you will stop mourning or crying over the loss of someone because of how many times you've experienced. No, you're just going to see your emotions manifesting a little differently, but you'll still have that pain in you. So in conclusion, it's just a sad, terrible thing and just awkward. So there's no denying that it's also a very painful process to go through. Like with my grandmother, she's like overseas. So like I really wasn't that close to her, and the memories I have of her go back to when I was a kid. And the last time I saw her was some 4 years ago. Yeah. And during that visit, I sensed like I should go back soon because I may not see her again. But yeah, I mean, I did what I could. I was able to see her, and the memories I have of her are from when I was a kid. They're very happy and fond ones. So that's what I'll, keep close to me and hold dear to me. And yeah, I wish I could do a better discussion on this topic, but my mind is kind of fluctuating between many things right now. I've also had this congestion that you hear. I've had it for over a week now. Maybe 2 weeks now. Over 2 weeks maybe. I'm over it. And I'm tired of it. So this video is gonna be so weird to upload because I have just a lot of pauses and I don't sound anything like myself, but I needed to film. It's making me feel better already and get my mind off other things. Like I said one time, when I have a problem, I give the problem to the tape and then shoot, let it go. Well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you clicked on this video for entertainment, I apologize if I let you down. Well, the topic of death, really, there's no way to really make it entertaining that I can think of. So anyway, and yeah, if you made it this far to the very end, I really appreciate it. It's good to be transparent about how I'm feeling and talk about it, because normally I kept it to myself, but I'm trying to go about things a little differently now. Alright, you guys, that is all that I have for you at the moment on this topic. If I have anything else to add, I'll be sure to revisit it. But what are your thoughts? What are your guys? What are your experiences? Your guys. Let me know. As always, take care of yourselves, and thanks so much for your immense support and for being here with me. And I'll see you soon.